Well, what's up, everyone? It's me, DJ Bretley here, and I'm heading out to yet another wedding. Today, I am heading out to Sparta, Wisconsin, to a venue, Country Reflections. I've been there before, and I absolutely love the venue, even though I'm not a fan of barns. I'm really not. But Greg, their owner, is such a nice guy, and honestly, as a venue owner, has such a phenomenal eye for details and taking care of everything on his venue. Here, I'll throw it out to you like this. The last wedding I was there, somebody actually knocked a bottle down off the rail to the cement, floor below. Greg, the owner, swept it up and wasn't happy because there was still glass there because he couldn't sweep it up off the concrete. So he went out and busted out a shop vac and got the rest of it up. Another thing I saw him do that completely blew me away. When he was setting up the ceremony chairs, he was wiping every chair down as he put it out and making sure it was perfectly clean. And when he cleaned up the ceremony, he wiped and cleaned every chair down again. So seeing his attention to detail and how he cares for his venue and what's going on there really makes me happy to go work with him, because I know collectively we're going to have a great day for our couple. With that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm rolling out, and I'll check in with everybody once I get Country Reflections. And so I can't load in yet. It is pouring. Weather absolutely went to crap on the way here, and we've already had hail, thunderstorms, lightning, and everything. So we're sitting in the van right now waiting for a break in the rain to go load. And so I'm all set up here at Country Reflections. I finally got to load in. The sun is shining, and it's only going to be shining for a little bit today. We've got a little break until about 4 o'clock, so the ceremony is being bumped up by half an hour. And the ceremony that I'm officiating is going to take place right over there. And I'll be using my Everse and my Phenyx Pro PTU-2U mic set out there to broadcast over here. Along with that, my main setup today, I've got my Toadmatic 43-inch DJ booth, two LD Systems Icoa speakers in white on two Odyssey subwoofer poles, and those are two Soundtown cabinets with Eminence Kappa speakers inside of them. And I'll take you right behind the booth right now. And in the booth today, I'm using my MacBook Pro 16 2023 version with the M3 Max chip on an Odyssey 360 laptop stand. My deck today is my Pioneer DJI FLX10 for Rekordbox or Serato, and I use mine for Rekordbox. Underneath my deck, I've got a Radial Engineering power conditioner, a Behringer Euro Rack, RX1202 effects, a Phenyx Pro PTU-2U dual mic set, my Behringer floor monitor, my fatigue mat, and my music stand. And that's everything I got going on here right now. I will be adding lights later, but I'm going to be setting those up in that corner to shoot to the dance floor. And that's everything we got going on, like I said. And now one thing that I always talk about is making sure you show up way early. Because I was here at 12:30 and could not load in until 1:30. And as soon as I started loading in, the rain broke and there were a bunch of plan changes made. So I got this done already, and that took me about half an hour, 40 minutes to get everything taped up and good to go. I have to go change and then go set up the ceremony, which is literally that little black bag right there with a speaker and my mic set. That's it. But with that, I've made sure I had plenty of time to get done and set up in case anything did go wrong. And that's why I always stress, if you're going to show up, when you show up early. I was 3 hours early today, and it proved I needed that 3 hours. There's my tip for the day. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go change and get ready for the ceremony. And it's picture time. There's the groom and his best man, who just did one of the most epic things for the ceremony, and I'll tell you all about it later.
For the entrance, everyone gets to judge each member of the wedding party's entrance. And at the end of it all of you get to pick a winner. So with that, make sure you've got your eyes drawn to the center of our dance floor, and we're going to start welcoming our wedding party into this reception. And with that, if everybody could please welcome our newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Marks. Coming next, we have Pacey Jason and Travis.
This is something new, the Castle Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band, and this time, we're gonna get funky. 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 Funky.
Please welcome Lacey and Jason.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Cricket time.
Here come Lauren and John Ross. Please welcome Marissa and Justin.
Damn, y'all kind of soldier boy. Crank back 3 times and get the road. Soldier boy, when it, why me crank it, why me crank that soldier boy, that Superman, why me crank that soldier, 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 soldier boy, when it, why me crank it, why me crank that soldier boy, that Superman, why me crank that soldier, why me crank that soldier, why me crank that soldier, why me crank that soldier.
Please welcome Riley and Mark. And coming last, we have Ashley and Junior.
Again, the honor is mine. And as you are all staring and witnessing these lovely two people, I am happy to the other side. Till the end.
Baby, just call it if you're on a date. One day you and then hold my hand.
I'm going to try to hold my tears back the best I can during this. But during the entire wedding, there is nothing set aside for my mom.
Clap your hands. All right, now, we're gonna need a basic step.
hey fam, what's up? And here's my recap from the wedding. Yeah, we had to make a lot of changes because yesterday's weather. I'm floored at how crazy the rain was, to be perfectly honest. I showed up at Country Reflections at 12:15, 12:20, and legitimately could not load in until almost 1:30. Hand in hand with that, we had to change where I was going to set my DJ booth up 2 or 3 times when I first walked in the door because of the rain and how it was coming down and what we had to do to make the room usable. The next part was we moved the ceremony. We did it at a little bit after 3 because we got about a 45-minute window in between different thunderstorms that we had yesterday. Now, side note, I knew they wanted to do the ceremony on the bridge. And if anybody knows me, outside of being afraid of heights, one of my biggest phobias is being on bridges. Even though I was only 10, maybe 15 feet up on the bridge looking down, my irrational phobia kicks in going, no, the bridge is going to break, it's going to fall apart, blah, 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 blah. And as the officiant yesterday, I had to do the whole ceremony from the bridge. Now, yeah, and there were a couple really great and hilarious moments in the ceremony with the best man junior, who is kind of my hero right now. But yeah, it took away some of the fear I had being up there. And I kept my composure and hit it very well. The groom and I were laughing about it. He's like, I had no idea. I'm like, it's your day. I'm not going to say no. Unless something like the Cass Street Bridge here in La Crosse or like the Skyway back home in Chicago. I am deathly afraid of heights and bridges. So I made it through all that. But yeah, the rain did make a lot of things change yesterday. In addition, it also made people leave early. So when we got to the party part of the reception, there were a lot of kids, probably like 30 kids at this wedding. And all their parents were there. And as soon as we got the first real break in the rain after the dances started, because it started pouring probably a half hour, 40 minutes into the real reception party of it all. And as soon as that break came, every parent with kids and grandparents all took off. So we went from having like 70 people down to 30 at most. And at that, there was a big lull in my dance floor and what was going on because of all the goodbyes. That took like 30 minutes. Maybe even longer than that. And then the rain started coming down, and once it did, everybody jetted. They were like, bye, gone. And that left us like 25, 30 people, as I was saying, and it became rather difficult to keep a cohesive dance floor. But with that, the one thing I did was keep in mind the groups of people that were still here. And I will joke about it. It was country, and not a lot of people realize that outside of like Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison, Wisconsin is a very farm community, country kind of state. I won't go into the socio-political breakdown of it all, but you can figure that out for yourself. But with that, the folks I was DJing for were really into classic rock and country. And I'm glad that I played a lot of the pop music, group participation dances, and that sort of thing early on for the parents and the kids, so they got it out. Granted, there were a few older folks that weren't real keen on it, but at the same time, what the older folks were like two-step country, I'm like, I can't get there, not with what my must playlist looks like and my do not playlists. And a few folks weren't happy about that, but I said I will do my best to work in what you want, but it's not going to be exactly what you want. And with that hand in hand, it also goes to my music library. And I keep a fairly deep country catalog on my computer. For my weddings, I keep about 60, 70,000 songs on my laptops, and I've got a hard drive that's probably got 500,000 songs. But some of the country they were asking for was just so, as I always like to say, obscure. I mean, well-known artists, but not even a C track or a B-side of any kind. And where I was, I didn't have internet, and so I couldn't get the music on the fly. And that goes, you know, that's why I'm kind of very intuitive when I talk to my couples about what they really want. Because I will kind of put into my music library things that fit everything we talk about in our pre-meeting, so I'm fairly well prepared. But last night, yeah, it was country, and classic rock near the end of the night. I mean, yeah, you'll see, like you saw earlier, right when they had a big circle, of course, you know, Get Low, It's Tricky, Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. But after that, we really went back into the country and classic rock that everybody else really wanted to get down to. And it was more or less a circle of people, my bride and groom later on, and their best friends standing around singing their favorite songs and drinking together and having a great time. And at the end of the day, it's all about the experience that we are crafting for everybody that's there. From old and young to the wedding party and their best friends at the end of the night. And I try to do my best to make sure everybody in between has a great time as well. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this gig log. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to y'all real soon.